Hey everybody, and welcome to this 15 minutes live. It's another Saturday morning, and I'm off to a bit of a late start. So I slept a bit late this morning, and I was just a bit lazy. So I was just like, I was in bed and like I was just laying. So I think usually I'm up by about 6, and then I lay a bit, so then maybe by 7 or 8 o'clock I'm out of bed. This time I took some extra time, so I was up early. I was really up early. Just before 6 o'clock I was up, but then I was just laying around. I was on the phone and on the tablet, and I was on social media, and I was just laying a bit late, and I probably got up at maybe about 10 o'clock. So yeah, because I don't have much to do today, so I decided this weekend I'm taking off. I'm just relaxing. I had a busy week, and I had a few deadlines this week, and it really stressed me out. And I literally made my deadline just about, if I can say, like maybe about half an hour. I had a deadline by a certain time, and I just made it a half an hour before that deadline. Nevertheless, I made the deadline, but it was really stressful. So a lot of hours, a lot of late nights, a lot of extra hours I had to put in to make the deadline. And this weekend is I'm just relaxing. Okay, so I've got another deadline on Monday, which I'll work probably by Sunday afternoon. I'll start working on it. It's not much to do, but then I've got a deadline on Monday. But that being said, it's a beautiful Saturday morning. It's a bit overcast, so it's not cold. It's a bit cool today, and the sun is out, then it disappears, so it's a bit cloudy, but with some sunshine coming through. So yeah, I'm mostly going to be indoors, maybe catch up with a few movies, watch a few series and stuff like that there. So I don't know if you guys have noticed that the footage is different from my previous videos. That is because I finally got my new device, my new smartphone, and I'm recording from my smartphone. Let me just show you. Where is it? Can I find it? Oh, there it is. So while I'm at it, maybe I should just show you. So I got my Xiaomi Redmi Note 7, and I'll give you a bit of an update on how this came about. And then also I've decided to get myself the Lenovo Yoga Tab, and I got this mostly for the design. And I'll kind of just maybe, okay, I wasn't planning on talking about these things, but maybe, okay, let's make it about these things. Okay, so let me put this there. So yeah, I finally got my new mobile device, and I'm actually recording from the mobile device. And you can actually, if you look at it, you'll see that I can see it because I'm recording from the front camera. So you can actually, I can actually see it because I'm actually getting more of the picture in the back, in the frame. So before this, I recorded from my BlackBerry Passport, and I still love this device. Let's make it about this. So I'm gonna I'm gonna talk about it. So I used to record from this, and I used this device for some time until it became unusable. And what I loved about this device, the first thing I loved about this device, right, is the battery. This device has got unmatched battery life. Okay, that's the first thing I love about this device. its battery life is unmatched. And I'm saying it boldly that I haven't yet found a smartphone that can match the battery life of this BlackBerry Passport. It is totally hopeless now. I mean, I used it before this. I used this to make my previous recordings. It wasn't a great camera, but the recordings was decent. At least I got some HD video out of it. But the reason why I use this for recording, the first thing is the battery life on this thing. The second thing that I love about this device is the build quality. Once again, people, you're not going to believe me, but the build quality on this device is unmatched. And it feels like a brick. It really feels like a brick in your hand. If you hold this device in your hand, it is solid, solid, solid. Right? The build quality on this device is just unreal. It is unmatched. BlackBerry really did a very, very good job on building this device. The third thing that I liked about this device is everything just worked. With the BlackBerry 10 OS, the efficiency of the OS, the swiping gestures, everything about that OS was just built for productivity. It was just efficient, and I can't explain to you, from the hub to the interface to the swiping gestures to how the menus are laid out to how the settings, everything on this device. And we did a comparison just the other day, like probably a month and a half ago, where we compared the BlackBerry 10 OS to Apple's. My brother's got he's got the iPhone 7 or something, iPhone 7s, one of those iPhones, and he was ranting about, guys, you need to get on Apple. Apple is the future, blah 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 blah. And I'm saying Apple is the past. But anyway, he was ranting on, and he says everything is like 1 click, 2 clicks, and you're there, and everything is efficient on this Apple. And I'm on the Apple laptop, and I'm on this, and I'm on the phone, and everything is just Apple. So he was going on, and we did a few tests. We did about 5 or 6 different tests. So I would say, okay, I'll go first. Let's do A, B, and C, and let's see which device is more efficient. And then you would mention, okay, let's do A, B, and C, and then we see which device is better, blah blah blah. And we went back and forth, and the actual result of that was this phone was more efficient, and this phone was more user-friendly, and this phone allows you to get more things done. So out of the 6 things that we tested on the both devices, the Apple's iPhone 7 and the BlackBerry Passport, BlackBerry Passport beat the Apple by 4, so it got 4 wins. The Apple got 1 win, right? This phone got 4 wins. The Apple device got 1 win, and one of the items were like a standoff. It was a draw. Okay, so this phone is really, really efficient. I'm still using it. It's still there. Everything is just there. I just can't do much because it doesn't have the apps. That's the only thing. So I'm living off the native apps on this device, and I'm living off some of the Android apps that are still compatible with the Android runtime. Right. And I used to make my videos on this recordings, but I had some issues. I was running into some issues that recently the device started to heat up, and I've noticed when it heats up, then I would skip a frame on the video. So I would record maybe up until 15 minutes, and then after 15 minutes I would skip a frame, and when that frame skips, then the audio and the video would be out of sync. So that kind of caused frustrations, but that wasn't the reason why I swapped, right? I had a Samsung device also, so I had this and I had the Samsung device, and the Samsung device just didn't work for me, just because of my microphone. So the Samsung device had static on the microphone, and it just didn't work for me. So I always said I need a new device. So what did I do? I went to GearBest, and to what's these other online stores, and I was looking for device, and I was on YouTube and I was checking out, and I finally decided that I'm settling on it was the Huawei Honor the Huawei Honor, I think it was the X10 or the Honor X10 or something, but anything, it was a Huawei Honor device, and I was really excited about this Huawei, the Honor 8X. Oh, it's the Honor 8X. I was really excited about the Honor 8X. So my son and I decided it's the Honor 8X. We want the Honor 8X, and we ordered it online. And we were really excited. We were hoping that we would get the device within a week's time, 8 days, and it just didn't happen. We waited more than a month, and every time I would mail and I would go on and I would ask, when am I getting delivery, and it just took too long to get here. And they had a backlog. They keep on saying we put a big order in and it will ship soon, whatever the case might be. So we never got to get it, and I just got so frustrated one day, and I just said to them, cancel my order. And they said, are you interested in something else? Don't you want to change your order to? I said, cancel my order and refund my money. So I got my refund, and as soon as I got my refund, we looked for a new device, and then the Redmi came, and as soon as the Redmi came, we went with it because we did a comparison. We did a Geekbench on it, and the Redmi beat the Honor 8X, and so I ended up with the Redmi Note 7. But before that, I had to get an emergency phone, right? While I was waiting for the orders to come, and probably 2 to 3 weeks I had to juggle and get an emergency phone. So I went onto the online second-hand places, these classifieds, and the first thing I got was a Samsung, what was it? A Samsung Note 9. And the guy in the ad says Samsung Note 9 replica. So he was quite upfront. It's a replica. It's not the real device. It's a copied device, but the device is good and blah, 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 blah. And I got excited. I looked at the device. It looks, and I evaluated. It looked just like the Note 9, Samsung Note 9. And it was cheap. It was really cheap. If I'm saying cheap, it was like, this phone is really cheap and I'm just going to get it. I'm going to use it for a month maybe. And the price was the first red flag. But I was like, I don't see any red flags. Like, it's a Samsung Note 9. It can't be that bad. So I was ignoring the red flag. So I met with the guy and I called him. I said, hey, do you have the Note? Is it working fine? Is it functional? Is it workable? Can I use it? It's for short term. Yes, you can use it. And it was a Pakistani guy. Second red flag, Pakistani guy. And he said to me, meet me here. I said, no, man, I'll come to you. Where are you? I'll come to you. No, don't come to me. I'll meet me there in a public space. And like, okay, why do you want me not to come to you? Is there anything? So I was ignoring another red flag. And we finally met in an open space, and he took the phone out, and I was evaluating, and the phone was wiped. So we set it up. We went through, and it was really smooth. It was functioning. Everything was fine. It was working. And I said, hey, let me put my SIM card in here, so that I can test the microphone and test the earpiece. Let's just say, yeah, sure, pop your SIM card in. So I popped my SIM card in, and I said, what's your number? Let me phone you. And he said, no, I'll phone you. And he called the number, and it was a private number after that. And it was like, hey, another red flag. Like, why is this guy calling me from this private number? So he took his SIM card out from this phone, and it was the SIM I called him on to make the arrangement. When he called me back, he called me from a private number, and it's like, okay. But anyway, we spoke. Yes, it's working fine. I can see there is network and blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, let me set up the phone. Help me set up the phone. Let's go through. Let's quickly set up the phone. No, my friend. No. You set up. You go. You pay. You go. And he's rushing me. So red flag that I'm missing again. Anyway, I'm happy with the device. Everything looks fine. I'm setting it up. We're walking out. He's walking his way. I'm walking this way. And as he walks away, I'm sitting in my car and I'm watching him walk away. And he's like really fast. He's like walking away with speed, and he's like, another red flag. And I'm seeing this. Why is this guy walking away so fast? But I'm also focused on this Note, Samsung Note, and the time is up. But anyway, what I want to say is there's so many red flags I ignored. I got the device. I started using the device, and then the issue starts. So I set up everything. I'm a business user, so I set up the BlackBerry, all the BlackBerry services, the hub and services. The productivity suite of BlackBerry. I set up all the social networkings. I set up the banking apps. My goodness, the banking apps. And what I actually want to say is, people, be careful with these devices. Be careful with these devices. Number one, I put up my banking apps and I realized, oh goodness. No, at first I put my fingerprint and I didn't even think my fingerprint, put my fingerprint on there. And later on, as I was using device, I realized that this fingerprint thing is not working, because I was using every other finger on the phone and it would unlock the phone. And I'm thinking, okay, I put my fingerprint so someone can possibly steal my fingerprint from this device. And I realized, oh, my banking apps are on here. And then the Google services started stopping on the phone. And then the phone started installing its own apps. And I would reboot the phone and the Google services, and then Facebook stopped and everything, and it was just horrible. I had to reboot the phone in a day. I had to reboot the phone approximately 5 to 10 times in a day just to get the phone to work. Apps keep on stopping. Apps keep on uninstalling themselves. This device installed its own apps. Every day I had to uninstall apps. I just went to the basics of using this device. Phone calls, and I only had WhatsApp on there, and it was until I got my new device. People, don't ignore the red flags. Thank you. That's my 15 minutes live, and goodbye.